You need to defend yourself all the time. As you may heard, I file a few lawsuits and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life, and they wrote lies, and I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation and my name.
Melania Trump just made history with a jaw-dropping $900 million lawsuit victory against The View. Is this the end of the controversial talk show? And what does this mean for Sunny Hostin and ABC? Subscribe now before The View tries to silence us too. The View has long been known for its controversial takes and fiery debates, but this time they might have gone too far, so far that it cost them $900 million. Melania Trump took them to court over defamation, and the outcome is shaking the media world. Let's break down what happened and how this lawsuit might change the future of mainstream media. Sunny Hostin, one of the co-hosts of The View, made shocking and baseless claims about Melania Trump that quickly spiraled into a legal battle. During an episode of the show, Hostin alleged that Melania despises her husband, only stays in the marriage for financial reasons, and even hates Christmas. These weren't just off-the-cuff remarks. Hostin doubled down on her claims, fueling a larger media narrative that painted Melania in a highly negative light.
Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She destroyed the rose garden. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him. I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady.
For years, Melania had been the target of media scrutiny and personal attacks, but this time, she wasn't letting it slide. Her legal team saw Hostin's comments as more than just opinion. They argued that these remarks were defamatory and intended to harm Melania's reputation. The fact that The View had a history of targeting conservative figures made the case even stronger. Melania's lawyers pointed out that no evidence backed Hostin's claims, yet millions of viewers were led to believe them as fact. This wasn't just gossip, it had real consequences for Melania's image and personal life. That's when Melania decided to take action, launching a $900 million lawsuit that would shake the media world and put The View in serious trouble. Melania Trump has always been known for her private, reserved demeanor, choosing to stay out of the media's chaos. But this time, The View went too far and she wasn't going to let it slide. Instead of ignoring the relentless attacks, Melania and her legal team launched a massive defamation lawsuit against ABC and The View.
News for you, the former First Lady has been noticeably absent on her husband's campaign trail, but she just made a stop on Fox News to promote a new memoir.
In one way, it's hard because press, it's very dishonest and it's a lot of lies that they've written also about me as my husband. And you need to defend yourself all the time.
Demanding accountability for the years of false and damaging statements spread about her. Her lawyers came prepared. They didn't just focus on Sunny Hostin's latest remarks, they compiled years' worth of clips, transcripts, and interviews where The View hosts had repeatedly targeted Melania with unfounded accusations and personal insults. The legal team argued that this was not just a single slip-up, but a clear pattern of defamation designed to humiliate and damage her public image. ABC and The View tried to push back, claiming it was all just opinion and free speech. But the court didn't buy it. The jury saw through the network's defense and ruled in Melania's favor, sending a clear message to the media. Reckless defamation comes at a price. The result? A jaw-dropping $900 million payout, making it one of the largest defamation settlements in history. This wasn't just a personal victory for Melania, it was a warning shot to the mainstream media.
It needs a laugh track. It needs a laugh track.
I have to say, I was surprised when she mentioned his sense of humor.
I really don't care.
Of that.
Yeah, I really don't care, do you? And then she said, who gives a blank about Christmas stuff and decoration? So these two are like similar people.
She turned the rose garden. She turned the rose garden into a cemetery.
It seems like if they thought they could get away with smearing public figures without consequences, they just learned a very expensive lesson. This lawsuit wasn't just a win for Melania Trump, it shattered the illusion of impartiality in mainstream media. The case revealed something much bigger, a deliberate agenda to push anti-Trump narratives while shielding left-leaning figures from similar scrutiny. Throughout the trial, damning evidence surfaced, proving The View wasn't just engaging in casual political banter, it was actively pushing a biased agenda. Years of footage showed a clear pattern: harsh, unfounded accusations against conservative figures, while liberal guests and politicians were handled with kid gloves.
Where I am, I'm working like my ass off.
I know.
That Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Yeah, but imagine 100%. You have no choice.
And then I do it, and I say that I'm working on Christmas, planning for the Christmas, and they said, oh, what about the children, that they were separated? Give me a break.
But the real bombshell? Leaked internal emails from The View's producers instructing co-hosts to go after conservative guests and spin stories against Trump-affiliated figures. ABC is in full-blown panic mode after this devastating legal loss. A $900 million payout isn't just a financial hit, it's a public relations disaster. And now, the consequences are piling up fast. Major advertisers are already distancing themselves from The View. Brands that once poured millions into commercial spots are pulling their deals, afraid of being associated with a show that just lost a historic defamation case. Without that ad revenue, The View is bleeding money, and ABC executives are desperately looking for a way out. Behind the scenes, chaos is brewing. Insiders claim that network higher-ups are furious and scrambling to control the damage. Some sources suggest a major shakeup is coming, either a total rebrand, a mass firing of co-hosts, or even outright cancellation. The once powerful talk show is now a liability, and with public trust shattered, the future looks grim. But this fallout goes beyond The View. Could this be the beginning of the end for biased daytime talk shows?
It's Sunny who mastered the art of making idiots look smart. Now The View could ask a mirror who's the dumbest one of all, but there's no way that glass doesn't shatter.
American people need to decide what they really want. Maybe some, strong tweets, but everything else great for this country.
As people with no names are writing our nation's history, words are important, and accusations can lead to severe consequences.
For years, networks got away with pushing one-sided narratives under the cover of opinion and entertainment. But with this lawsuit setting a massive legal precedent, other talk shows and media outlets might be next in line for accountability. The View may have thought they were untouchable, but now, with their credibility in shambles and their future hanging by a thread, ABC has to decide, is this show worth saving, or is it time to pull the plug? This landmark lawsuit just set a powerful precedent. Mainstream media can no longer smear public figures without serious consequences. For years, talk shows and news networks have pushed one-sided narratives, often without fact-checking. But now, they're on notice. Melania's victory could open the floodgates for more lawsuits. And then there's Sunny Hostin. After leading the charge against Melania, she's now facing a massive backlash. Will ABC sacrifice her to save what's left of The View, or will she manage to survive the scandal? Sources say executives are already considering major changes, and if someone has to take the fall, Hostin could be first in line. As for Melania Trump, this lawsuit cemented her legacy as more than just a former First Lady. She's a fighter. While critics have often dismissed her, she just pulled off one of the biggest legal victories in media history. This case proves she's not someone to be underestimated. This lawsuit shook the media industry, and the fallout is far from over. Will The View survive this disaster, or is this the final nail in the coffin? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates.